All right, guys, let's get some NCAA basketball picks and props for Thursday, February 29th slate of games. Last day of February. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, I'm happy to put February behind me. I was ready yesterday. God dang you, leap year. But I gave out Tulsa plus 1.5 versus UTSA. Tulsa, they got dominant in this game. They lost by 16 points. The fact that they allowed 89 points to UTSA is embarrassing. I don't know what to say. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and I had a 1-0 day. I had Alabama -6 going on the road to take on Ole Miss. Story time. They got down 37-23. I turned the game off. I tried to change the mood, tried to change the tempo of the game. I believe in that kind of stuff. I know people think it's crazy, but I believe in it. I checked my phone. Alabama was up by 6 points, and I texted Trey. I said, kind of sucks I can't turn this game on because every time I watch it, they suck. So I stayed off the entire time. Alabama put up 103 points, and we covered the spread. Huge comeback from Alabama. Thank you, Alabama. 1-0 on the day. Trey, let's go to the playoff props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, and I was 0-1 here, barely lost. I gave out Jared McCain over 22.5 PRAs versus Louisville, and Duke, they dominated this game like I projected them to, and McCain, he finished with 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, only 21 PRAs, just below what we needed.
And I had Pierre Brooks over 12.5 points going up against St. John's. He scored 13 in the first 22 minutes of the game. Was fine by me. He cashed the over, but he did not score another point in the last 18 minutes. So hopefully everybody got the 12.5 number. 1-0 there on the day. Trey, let's go to the group play. This is a game I watched the entire way. I don't know if you saw any of it. I would say Tennessee was covering the 7, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of total game time. And then Bruce Pearl at the end of the game with 28 seconds left called off the Dogs down 8. That is loser basketball in my opinion. They did not foul, so we did not get a chance to cover with a miracle 3. So 0-1 day for the Buffaloes with Auburn. Let's go to the group play for tomorrow. The Ohio State Buckeyes back home going up against Nebraska. Ohio State, the favorite, -2 in this game. I know where I'm going, but I want to hear where you're going.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to turn down the momentum that we see in front of us. Give me Ohio State. Personally, I'm probably going to bet this on the money line. I assume it's probably like -135-ish, and I feel like that's perfect in this game. Give me Ohio State -2, though. I really love what I've been seeing out of this Ohio State team ever since they fired their coach. Sometimes you just need a new voice in your huddle, and I feel like that's really shown over the last week and a half, 2 weeks for this Buckeyes team, and I think it's going to continue, especially since they're playing at home. If this was a road game, maybe I would be wary because they are coming off a big road win, but at the same time, they're at home. They're going to be feeling comfortable, and I think they're going to be locked in for this game because maybe, just maybe, they make a run in their conference tourney. So give me Ohio State here -2.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I don't know if they get past like the Purdue and the Northwestern, but I'm going to take Ohio State here -2 with you. I think they're the better team in this matchup. Nebraska's won 4 in a row. They've covered the spread in 4 straight as well. But Jake Diebler has his guys ready. Even after that Minnesota game when they lost by a ton, they were fouling down 13 points, and they actually cut it to single digits. They fouled probably 6 or 7 times before they just gave up. The time actually ran out. But this Ohio State team, they're going to fight to the end. I love Ohio State here, -2 as the play. So we're going to sweep with Ohio State there. Trey, let's go to our plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go back to the well with a team that cashed for me just last week. I'm going to be attacking this UT-Arlington versus Seattle game. This is going to be an entertaining game to watch. Both teams, they've had pretty successful seasons. UT-Arlington, they come in this game with a 15-13 record, and they're 18-8 ATS. And they're ranked 4th in the conference with a 10-7 record. But the Mavericks, they are 3-10 on the road this year. In Seattle, they enter this game with an 18-10 record. They're 16-11 ATS. They're ranked 3rd in the conference with an 11-6 record. And the Redhawks, they are 14-3 at home as well. So they've been covering and home Warriors all year long, and I have to expect that to continue. Give me Seattle here. I'm going to take them -5.5 in this game. I love that this number is so low because the Redhawks, they're coming into this game with some serious momentum behind them. They've won their last 2 games by an average score of 77-53. So that's winning by an average of 24 points per game. But the reason why I believe Seattle's going to dominate this matchup is because of their defense. Seattle, they give up an average of 66.8 points per game, which is ranked in the top 50 in college basketball. And they force their opponents to shoot 40.5% from the field, which is ranked in the top 20 in the nation. With the defense playing like that and playing at home in this game, I expect their offense to progressively be able to outscore Arlington here in this game. And with Arlington loving the foul, they give up the 19th most free throw attempts per game. Seattle should be able to cruise to a home win here. So give me Seattle here, -5.5 against UT-Arlington.
Like the play there, Trey. For my play today, going back to the Big Ten, I'm going to be looking at Michigan going on the road to take on Rutgers. I'm taking the home team, the Scarlet Knights, -5.5 in this game to protect their home floor. The big story in this game, the Big Ten and Coach Howard finally says that Doug McDaniel got his grades up enough and he's going to be eligible to play in this road game for them. While that is good for Michigan, it should help them a little bit offensively in this game. It is not going to be enough to go on the road and cover the spread here. McDaniel, he plays all the home games, and these teams already played each other at Michigan a couple weeks ago. Rutgers on the road beat Michigan 69-59, and this time is going to be at home for the Scarlet Knights. I think they're going to win this game by double-digit points again. The defense is still very bad for Michigan, and Rutgers has one of the best defenses in the Big Ten, especially on their home floor. This is also coming off of a loss for Rutgers in their last home game, and they rarely lose at home, having an 11-4 record now at home this season. I think the number's a little bit lower because the Scarlet Knights have not been playing great over the last 3 games. They have dropped 3 in a row, but Michigan's lost outright in 5 consecutive games. They only covered the spread one time. That was in their last game against Purdue. Give me the Scarlet Knights. Protect home court. They're going to play great defense in this game. I'm going to take them at home -5.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, and I'm actually going to stay in that same game and talk about that player. Give me Doug McDaniel to go over 13.5 points going up against Rutgers. I really love this over for McDaniel here in this game. And I expect him to turn up here for a few reasons. And the first one is because this is a road game here. And this is McDaniel's first road game since December 10th for the reasons that Bear outlined. And I feel like this is going to be a huge boost for Michigan. I don't know if that's going to allow them to win the game or cover for Bear, or I guess for not for Bear. But before his suspension, McDaniel, he was awesome on the road. In his 5 road games this year, McDaniel, he's averaging 18.6 points per game, which is well over this number. And I just have to expect McDaniel to put his team on his back and make up for all that lost time. And he's also coming to this game with some momentum too, because over his last 3 games, he's averaging 16 points per game, which is also over this number. And Rutgers, they got lit up by Edey last week, and Julian Reese of Maryland scored 20 points on them just a few days ago. I think that McDaniel can just match that here in this game. Give me Doug McDaniel to go over his 13.5 points versus Rutgers.
Yeah, Trey, I like the play there. It's kind of low, so I do kind of like that play for McDaniel there. For my player prop today, it's going to be Bruce Thornton to go over his total points going up against Nebraska. Just like last season, Bruce Thornton, he's charging at the end of the year. He can't seem to do any wrong. Even if he has a poor first half, he comes out in the second half, scores 15-plus points, even 20-plus points. In this game against Nebraska, Ohio State's the favorite, and I expect him to give maximum effort once again with Jake Diebler as the interim head coach. And I like Bruce Thornton in this game because he's been the best player on the floor for both sides over the last month of basketball. He scored 18-plus points in 4 of the last 5 games, and he shot at least 42% in 4 of the last 5 games as well. On the season, he's averaging now 16.2 points per game. He's making 42% of his shots, and all this guy does is put his head down and drives to the lane, getting his shots off and not settling for anything. He's very good at the mid-range floater, and he's even better at just getting to the rim and getting to the foul line. He has been very aggressive over the last 5 games, taking no less than 13 shots in any of the last 5 games, and he's averaging 17 shots per game over the last 5. I don't see him slowing down, especially at home, where he put up 22 points in his last game against Purdue. Give me Bruce Thornton to continue to carry the scoring low for the Buckeyes and go over his total points against Nebraska as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went with Seattle here. Went down a point, actually. Now I'm taking them here -5.5, which I obviously love, versus UT-Arlington. They're just a better team, and UT-Arlington's having to travel a long way up to Seattle, so I feel like that's a good spot for us. Also going with Doug McDaniel over 13.5 points versus Rutgers. First road game for a while, so I feel like he's going to want to show up here.
Yeah, I'm taking Rutgers on their home floor, -5.5 against Michigan. Michigan defense, very bad. McDaniel does help the offense a little bit, but it does not matter there. I'm going to take Bruce Thornton as well for the player prop over his total points. He's been a scoring machine. Nebraska, tough defense, but Bruce Thornton's at home. Ohio State's going to put up a ton of points. Love Bruce Thornton over in that game. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA basketball plays and props for Thursday, February 29th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called. But you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,